Hey Mark, how's it going?
Well, how you doing?
Good.
Nice
It's
day.
Monday and
Hey,
it's Olympic week.
Olympic week. What do you mean?
Olympics are starting on Wednesday.
No way. Wow, I didn't even know that because I don't watch TV. That's great. I'm
Yes.
excited then.
I enjoy it. Do you like the Olympics?
I love it.
I do.
Wait. I'm excited now. Yeah.
Swimming, I like all of it. Swimming. Now I don't like water polo.
No, that's kind of boring, but sprinting's good. I just love it too. I just love sports, so I'm pretty excited about that. That's good to know. But so probably opening ceremonies, all that stuff. I'm
On
excited.
Wednesday, yeah. It's in Paris.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, down to business. So this video. It's mainly about one topic only, and it has to do with a gentleman that I'm working with that wants to sell his rental property and has gone through enormous amount of stress. That's putting it mildly. I'll give a
Hold
bit of
on, Mark. Let me interject because it's kind of an update from our one video where we watched the LTB and we said we were going to give them an update because the judge wouldn't make a decision, remember? And we said, we'll keep you up to date to what the decision ends up being because they wouldn't, there was a few cases that the judge would not make a decision at all. And he said he'd get back to them.
Okay, so to that point, yeah, this I'm going to get heated in this because it's just the way I get when things like this piss me off and make it very frustrating for people. The only cases that he ruled on were the ones of the no-shows. So let's
Yes.
put that out there. So the no-shows, hey, no problem, standard order. Anyone that showed up, meaning a tenant and a landlord, and having a discussion about it, oh, we got to put it in the back burner. We can't make a decision. So that video Diane's referring to, we published it, I think it was May 27th, May 28th. We did the video the next day. So it's been, a month and a half. Well, shit.
Mark,
It's
it's
coming up
July
to
24th.
60 days. It's coming up 60 days. July 22nd today. So
Yeah,
we did,
July 20th. Yeah.
yeah, he did his tribunal date on the May 27th and we watched it. So let's just call it, we're going to move it to, it's going to be 60 days. And so I've kept contact with that individual for, every, couple of weeks, reaching out, just seeing any updates, and nothing. So now that tenant owes a total of $22,000, over 20K in his email. I'm going to read everybody this email because I think it's so important. And they've also put in trying a different strategy just for continuous late payments. Well, I don't know how that's going to go because they never made any fucking payments. So I don't know, late payments. They're really fucking late. They haven't made anything. So this is so.
Well, and you would need a whole new court date. So every time you put in a new form, it's a new date.
He had one a couple weeks ago on late payments, but anyway, so he still hasn't got a decision. That's been 2 weeks in the making. So very frustrated. He's over the moon with this. So in saying that, nothing has really changed in the LTB. I feel extremely bad for people that are going through this nonsense because it is goddamn nonsense at its best. And we wonder why we have high rents today. Of course, that's not going to come down. And I really believe there will be a shortage in coming years, but because there's so many mom and pop landlords that said, I've had enough, I'm out selling. Every comment, I'm selling, I got out, I sold, never doing it again. So anyway, without further ado, I'm going to read this email and then we can chat it out. And he sent this to the Honorable Sir Rupus, Roupas. So this was the gentleman, his name's Peter, I guess, adjudicator that overheard it. So I hope I don't screw things up for him, but I think this, this information should be shared with the general public, and I don't care. I'm doing it. Our family is
Hold on. This would have been the guy we watched, I'm assuming.
100% that
Okay.
couldn't make a decision. Okay, so tell me how you couldn't make a decision after they owe at the time $18,000. Why can you not make a decision? It's clear that they're not paying rent. What do you have to do? So if anyone wants to move to Ontario, come move to Ontario because you get free rent. I'm going to say that it's cheap here. It's cheap. It's free. So
You just need first and last to get in. Then you don't
that's
have
it.
to
And
pay again.
just bounce the check because that's just normal. right? You'll be in for a year free.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Anyway, we'll chat later on, but I'm going to read the email that he sent there. Our family is being struggling with this tenant now for almost 2 years. They're considerably behind in rent and abusing generosity of the landlord tenant board. Right now, they are behind in rent since December, and by the time you get this email, they have not paid rent in 8 months, almost $22,000. Please give us an earliest eviction date as soon as possible. As of March, I am employed for 19 years at a job, and I'm the only person is a breadwinner in my family. He lost that job. He's no longer there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but he ended up moving to Florida. The company just downsized. Right now, I'm paying a mortgage payment for my home, rental home, and for my son some room in Waterloo where he's studying in university, and I'm paying for all his expenses. So this gentleman's, got a lot of bills. It's clear, just like everyone else has a lot of responsibilities, and the landlord tenant board just doesn't care. Your Honor, it took me 30 years of hard work to build a good future for my family, and due to this renter, I'm about to lose everything. Bank will not give me 1 day extra to pay my mortgage. So how come renter is getting months and months they free, and they are also behind in water bills by almost $4,200?
He's gonna have to pay that, eh?
This goes on his taxes.
Yeah, they put it on your taxes anyway, so
Sad.
he's
Which
screwed.
which he says which I'm paying on my taxes. I can almost guarantee that I will lose my house very soon and have no savings left, and none of this is my fault or my family's fault. This is none of his fault, and I agree with him 100,000,000%. Why renters being looked after, landlord has been punished. Very true. I'm very honest and law-abiding citizen who never even had a parking ticket in my life. Why am I being treated like this? Question mark. Please feel mercy on my family, and I beg you for you this. I'm sure you have family too, and don't wish them to go through like this. On date of hearing, renter told us bluntly they will not pay rent since they are saving for the next rental house. Okay, so I'm going to stop there and read the minute. Anyone who's in the rental game today, never do this by yourself. That's number one thing. Okay, because these scammers and these pigs will be out there looking for preying on new landlords. Okay, so don't do it. I had to say that. Sorry, Dan.
That's okay.
They are traveling around with their kids, enjoying their life, while we are under constant stress and fear of losing everything. They almost bring in $6,000 a month and don't pay rent. Rent's $2,700. I'm hoping and praying to God that you feel sorry for me and my family, and please help us. Done. Pretty heart-wrenching video. That's
Did he get a reply from that letter?
I got that a few days ago, so he's on my list to reach out today. I'm gonna say
He didn't.
he didn't. He would have told me. He would have
Yeah.
jumped on the text and give me a text. So it's just sad, and we watch that that this is continually going on in the province of Ontario, and it's acceptable. This guy has been down. These people have been there 2 years. They paid 1 month's rent. That's it, 2 years. The Salvation Army bailed them out of 20 grand the last time. It's just absurd. So I can't stress it enough. I do get a lot of calls, you do too, and emails about other people that are watching our channel on these subjects and have going through similar experience. It's a disaster out there, Dan, and I really think it's never going to get better. And how many people are getting out of the landlord business? Hundreds and hundreds every month.
Well, and listen, like when I was getting that rental for somebody, I did 2 this year, leases. And do you know how hard it is to get a person a lease? Like these bad people are rooting it for these good people.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. And I ain't painting the brush for all renters, and we're not doing that. But I'm definitely painting
Well,
a bad
people wonder,
brush.
like when I ask them, oh, they want your bank statements, oh, they want this, oh, they want that. They're like, what? And I'm like, well, listen, it's harder to get rent, a lease than a mortgage.
Well, that's it. They want to make sure you can pay the rent. Then, do you think people want to go through this mess? No one wants to go through this mess, Dan. This is a disaster.
And you can get a mortgage with a 650 credit. You think anybody, any landlord will take a 650?
No, they won't.
No,
Hmm.
they want
Well,
like set in the 7s and 8s.
100%. They want to know, they want to sleep at night. This guy isn't sleeping at night. Let's be honest. He's not sleeping at night at all.
Mm-hmm.
He's very restless. He's stressed to the max, right? These people, because they try to get ahead, did it, bought some property, rented out, lived the Canadian dream. And then this is kind of what happens. And
I just don't understand why the judges and the LTB, they are so against landlords, like everybody's a crook. And
yeah,
so like there are some crook landlords, Mark,
I agree.
and there are some crook tenants.
100%.
But it works both ways, right? There's some good ones too.
There's some good ones, but what's going to happen is this crisis isn't going away. Lots of people have these basement apartments in their home or duplexes. They're not. So the tenant leaves, great. We're selling them. We're done. We're out of the business, right? We see, I bet I should have told you to pull up the real estate board, but it's too late now to show the public how many duplexes there are in Barrie. There's probably a few. I have no clients looking for them. Those days are long gone. I don't think I've done a duplex deal in 5 or 6 years.
Well, I'm listing one this week, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, Dan will do a separate video on that and let people know how that goes, because years ago they were in high demand, right? And they would sell extremely well. Now it's not exciting. People going, oh, I'd like to put a basement apartment. What are you doing? Don't do that. That's a mistake. To me, that's a detriment to the property today, because no one wants them.
Well, and
Right?
it depends what kind of property. Like if you get a nice, beautiful $1 million home or $1.5 million, I see all kinds of people putting basement apartments in those.
Why?
I don't know why, because anybody that can afford $1.5 million doesn't want a tenant.
Doesn't want to be a landlord.
No.
No, you're better off to go buy a freaking townhouse and rent it out. Don't get involved in these duplexes. I think they're a disaster. You have two sets of parties, two sets of problems all the time.
Mhm.
They fight. Parked in my spot, didn't do the driveway. You've gone through it. I've gone through it. It is a disaster.
She slammed the door in my face. She won't give me the mail key. Oh my God.
No. I just really wanted to come on and share that thing. And if people have questions on it, there's lots of different areas and forums out there today. Openroom.ca is probably one of the best ones where they can go on there and review. There'll be names of upload documents to that website and form, so people can see and check things out. Like, I think that's positive. I think everyone should be doing that consistently and getting as much information before you accept payment. I tell you, you have to do your due diligence.
Well, I have a guy that my son was telling me about, that he had a really glowing letter from the ex-landlord.
Mhm.
And he knew the guy he knew him.
Right.
Okay. So he gets this really great letter. Yeah, they're great tenants. They've been there 2 or 3 months. They
Mhm.
paid only the first month. They're not paying.
They stopped.
Oh yeah. They only paid 1 month.
Huh.
They're fighting, like there's abuse going on, screaming, yelling, cops there all the time. And he's like, and my buddy gave me this freaking nice letter about them.
Wow. Yeah, pretty nice, eh?
Well, you know why? Because he wanted them out.
One of them out. But why would
Why would you screw your friend?
why would you do that just to get them out? Like, that's terrible. And I know some landlords are doing that today, right? They're doing that. Oh, I'll give you a letter, just get out, and okay, great. Oh yeah, they call me, everything's great. That's not enough today. That you can't go on that anymore. I'd go right knocking to their house and see how they live. I'd go and ask the neighbors, hey, because neighbors are gonna know what's going on. Let's be honest. There's a good tactic. Go forget knocking on the duplex basement. They could be buddies or upstairs or whatever. Go knock on the neighbor's door. Neighbors know it's a duplex. Neighbor knows there's renters. Neighbor knows everything what's going on. That's what I would do today.
Yeah, well, and even when I went to do a walkthrough at the duplex before we listed it, before we're gonna list, I was impressed by the upstairs tenant. It was clean, Mark. It was nice. It was clean. It looked nice.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's good. I mean, just good tenants, but you know, we tell the bad stories because there's more bad stories.
Well, and like I said, the bad is ruining the good now anyway.
Oh, it's a living disaster. I don't really have anything else. I kind of want
No,
to come
me
up with
neither.
another and, just, I'm telling you, folks, take your time. And if people are thinking of selling those properties, try to give the tenants money to leave. Don't sell them with tenants. No one wants them. That's their good market rent and they really
And they're good, and they're actually good.
then you've got a good chance. But if they're playing below market rent, I don't know, look at the rates today. Payments are high. It's tough to, you know, get market, below market rent. I know it's tough to get rid of them, but sometimes you got to pay them to disappear. Okay,
Mhm.
so anyone has any questions on good old landlord tenant board or the Barrie real estate market, reach out to Dan myself and follow for more information on our channel. See ya.
Perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.